Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and it's time for another professional match of StarCraft 2, and what I got for you today is a Terran versus Zerg being played right here on Neon Violet Square. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map and playing with the blue Zerg drones, we have none other than the Ukrainian Zerg who goes by the nickname of Bly. And his opponent, spawning in the opposite corner of the map and playing with the red Terran SCVs, he is from Mexico and he goes by the nickname of Major Windy Terran, Princess Brittany, Kitty, Memory, Cute Angel, Nonji, Shofu, Light, I Love, Altaria, Mr. Jamvad, and Baselord CTC, although over the last year or so, he has been going by the nickname of Special. Now, there's no denying that over like the last year or so, Special has been incredibly impressive. He's been one of those players who's been around since the very beginning of StarCraft 2, and he's always been very, very good. But sometimes he would just simply not really play in any tournaments. That's kind of the thing, right? Players were already... He was always one of those players that was very hard to guess as far as his skill level goes for the longest time. I mean, he would just simply be practicing and working from South Korea and playing his very hardest. And then sometimes he would show up at tournaments and just simply be eliminated very early on. And sometimes all of a sudden he would be beating the best players in the world. Now recently, and with recently I mean like, I don't know, like the last 6 to 12 months or so, he's been on an absolute tear and he's widely considered to be the best non-Korean Terran player in StarCraft 2 right at this very moment. So we'll have to see exactly what he's got in store for us in this particular match. Now his opponent, if you've been watching the YouTube channel, right, you know that I'm a big fan of Bly. He's easily one of the better Zerg players in Europe, and the thing that I really like about his games is that he doesn't really play the game like many other players do. I mean, he just sort of plays his own Zerg playstyle, and I think it's just simply a lot of fun to watch. The thing I really like about him is that he usually is not afraid to go for hyper-aggressive strategies. He's known to be cheesing very, very regularly, but he also has the skills in macro to back it up, which is what makes him a very scary player. I mean, there's like this developed meta, this like gold standard in StarCraft 2 that a lot of players are playing. For example, right now it's very common for Zerg players to go for Hydraling Bane in the Terran versus Zerg matchup, but Bly is not afraid to mix it up and play something completely different. So we'll have to see what exactly he has got in store for us here today as well, because I think we should be in for a treat. Regardless though, pretty standard build so far here from both players. We see the hatch gas pool right here for Bly. He's going to be able to get himself the quick double queens out, and he's already getting himself the metabolic boost upgrade as well inside of the main base. Now, interestingly enough, actually, he is leaving the drones in gas, and actually, Bly just immediately went into a lair. Alright. I already love this a lot. I don't know what he's going to go for. There's a bunch of different options. He could be going for a Nidus Worm. He could be going for a Roach Push. He could be going for, you know, just a quick Hydra then. He could be going up for a quick Hive or a Spire or whatever. There's a couple of different options, but this is relatively uncommon these days. We'll have to see exactly what he is going for by keeping an eye out on his main base. Now, in the meantime, though, on the other side of the map, we see Special playing a very, very classic Terran strategy. This is called the 1-1-1. It is one barracks, one factory, one starport, and the scary thing about it is that if you swap around a bunch of these add-ons, it is essentially possible for a Terran player to go for a variety of units that's bigger than anything else in the game, and for a Zerg player, you're mostly just guessing as to what it is you're going up against. Luckily for Bly though, he's not going up against like a 16 Marine drop or whatever. If you're going up against a 16 Marine drop with Stimpack, it's actually very tricky to hold that if you go for such a quick lair. Now, gases are actually being taken here as well by Bly, and he's going for the Spire. Lovely play there actually by Bly already. We'll have to see exactly as to how Special is going to respond, because Special, like I said, right, he's been playing in Korea for a long time, and he usually plays like a Korean player as well. He just simply will hold everything that you try and throw at him, and he's going to be very, very solid, mechanically speaking. Now, Special is trying to scout out, right? He's trying to figure out if there's a third base taken just yet. This is a big giveaway, and it may very well be the reason as to why Bly decided to go for this build on this particular map. Just because the base in the bottom right-hand corner, right? It's pretty much unscoutable for a Terran right now. And actually, the Hellions are going to try and see if they can get a little bit of a read. Oh my, that's so sick. Is he seeing it? Wait, did he? Yeah, he did. Oh man, that's so crazy. Look at that. So Special suicides in 2 Hellions because he sniffs out that something is not quite right. Now 2 Hellions is cheaper than a scan. So he just confirmed that indeed the Spire was taken. Look at that. That's what I mean though. Special is so good at playing this defensive style as well as just the, you know, he can play a really solid Terran style right now. It's so sick. That was a really high level move. He sniffed out that something wasn't quite right. He saw the amount of Zerglings that Bly made in the early part of the game and he's like, wait up, hold a second. I'm not seeing a third base. Let me suicide in some Zerglings to figure out what's going on. And the Mutas right now are already on that production tab. Now, Special did see that something was being constructed. I don't know if he clicked on it, maybe he did. But regardless, he needs to make sure that he gets himself some missile turrets up as well. Engineering base though were immediately taken. Third command center has already been morphed into an orbital command as well. 1-1 is now being constructed and here indeed comes the missile turret. Now this timing. I mean, call me a Special fanboy all you want, right? But that timing is perfect. I mean, I would have rushed it out immediately and I probably would have freaked out and put like 4 more around the main base as well. But Special is getting this right at the perfect moment. He's got enough Marines here and a single Viking as well to shoo away these units for now. And right when the Mutas arrive on the other side of the map, the missile turret finishes up. And he's even going to construct himself another one as well as then 2 Widow Mines just to continue zoning these Mutas. It's very well done, right? And you have to keep in mind, and actually hold that thought. Oh, the Widow Mine. That hurts a lot. You have to keep in mind, right, that these Mutas, they're nice, they're pretty strong, but Bly sacrificed quite a bit of early game economy. Now he's already teching up. Bly, you mad, man. He's already teching up towards a 6.5 minute Hive. This is what I mean though. Bly plays his own style, right? He's not gonna play the standard. He's going for a quick Spire rush into Mutalisk, and he's harassing with those. Didn't really work out very well, but he's already going for a 6.5 minute Hive, then transitioning towards Infestors and Roaches with armor upgrades. This is not something that a lot of people will be playing, and I wonder if this is something that Special has seen before. Now Special, I mean, he's just playing the gold standard. They're simply going for an orbital command right now on the low ground right there at the 3rd base location, opting to not go for the base in the top left-hand corner, and now also sending out 3 medevacs across the map. Now these medevacs immediately are spotted. We do need to see a response right here from the Zerg, and indeed he's immediately sending units into that main base. Very important for him to not be dropping off right on top of a bunch of queens, just because that would become a bit of a nuisance, but that's still a lot of Marines. How many Marines is that? I don't know, about 15 or so, trying their very best to deal whatever damage they can. And well, that scan was on the absolute money as well, as he's gonna be able to deny a whole lot of that creep spread. And the Mutas, I mean, they're trying to flap their wings, trying to see if they can deal any kind of damage. Another scan does come up though, and Bly's creep spread is absolutely knocked back to the Stone Age. Wonderfully played right there by Special. He's just going to try and continue making all of these units. Now, at the 8-minute mark, though, we already see an Ultralisk Cavern just about to finish up. Just about to finish up. That is a little bit cheeky. Of course, though, Bly is going to have to be careful. Because the thing is, like, the creep spread is being pushed back a lot. He's desperately replacing some of those Tremors as well. But this means that Terran is just going to be able to push into your bases significantly easier than you would normally expect them to. Evolution Chamber though, now already being created as well. He's gonna go for that +2 armor. I would really like to see a second upgrade as well, because it's very easy to start running behind. Wonderful fungal growth there though, being chained up as well, preventing these units from moving around as efficiently. But the bio follow-up, which is barely not in time, and the medevac pickup a little bit too good. But here we go. There's the first major engagement in this game. Special, well, at the very least, he was looking to move on to the creep. Looks like he is gonna try and continue doing exactly that. A single medevac drop right now in the bottom right-hand corner of the map will be shut down as well. Ultralisks are out right now. Siege tanks not sieged up just yet. I think he's on purpose not doing that, as he just wants to target fire down the hatchery. As the Ultras are trying to come in, but they just barely do not cover the creep fast enough. Here we go though, once again, little bit of overextension there by the Terran player, but there's really nothing available anymore for the Zerg army to shoot up, and apparently that allows Bly to, you know, I guess hold on to his army for now, but he's also not going to be in a particularly strong economical position. This could actually go, this actually could go really bad really fast. I mean, Special's economy is still booming. He's going to try and continue building up more and more units. Look at that production right now, right? Really being added on here for Special. I wonder actually if he's just going to get more and more reactors on those buildings. I'm assuming he will. No, there's actually a couple of tech labs coming in right now as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, maybe he wants to start up that Ghost transition that we have been seeing quite a bit as of late in Terran vs. Zerg. Usually, you used to go for a bunch of reactors on those as well, but Ghost transitions have become a lot more popular recently in the Terran vs. Zerg matchup because they are both good against Ultralisks as well as Brute Lords. And speaking of which, Hive is now, you know, of course, done for Bly. He's got that Ultralisk Cavern, but he's now also transitioning towards the Spire. More queens are being produced. Bly is desperately trying to just simply hold on here, but this game is now firm in the hands of Special. He's the one that gets to control where this game is going from here. Now, apparently, a couple of units are trying to go for the run-by, but it doesn't matter. Look at the amount of siege tanks, widow mines, and liberators available here for our red Terran player. He's not really going to be able to do a whole lot. At the same time, though, while the army is being scanned, the drop goes down in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Special snuck by the main base. He's target firing down that Ultralisk Cavern very nicely already, but he also picked up 10 workers at the exact same time. That is 10 drones that were extremely crucial because Bly has not had a big economy in this game at any moment. Now, wonderful micro there as well, actually. The Corruptors eventually, though, should be able to pick up that Medevacs, and these Marines' days are numbered, but there's no denying that that was a very successful drop with more than 15 worker kills going down. At the same time, Special is pushing through the northern end of the map too. Remember those siege tanks that I just pointed out? He wants to push those now into that 4th base location of Bly, and the creep spread has just so been halted throughout the match that immediately, right, Bly just simply walks onto the creep, and he's going to be capable of target firing down that hatchery. Bly, he had a nice build here. He went for something that is completely his own, but so far it seems to not really be working out. Wonderful biles there, though, immediately sniping a bunch of those units. Fungal growth definitely allowing Bly to stay in this game for a little while longer. He's now also going for a desperation gold base here, but immediately Special is dropping on top of that one. Brute Lords just about to finish up, 6 of them in total, and I think that should be enough to push back all of these Terran units. Now the scan just confirmed exactly what it is that the Terran player is going up against. Special decides to just simply pick up his units and get on out of there. Now, a single Ultralisk, though, ended up killing a couple of those SCVs as well. Actually, there's a single one here just standing right next to that Terran base. He'd be like, guys, no, I'm a good guy. Don't kill me, please. But I think that that one will indeed be run around. Special, though, not done with his harassment just yet. He is pulling back now, since he knows that he needs a counter against all of those Brute Lords. He is pulling back, and he's decided to continue dropping inside of the main base. But the gold base is now also secured by the Terran player, and I think that Special is just simply going to continue mining there, as immediately 18 SCVs are transferred towards those beautiful golden mineral patches. And I like this quite a bit, though. Special is just simply not taking the base in the top left-hand corner. 4 mineral patches? That's not enough. Why take 4 mineral patches if you can take a really greedy 6-patch gold base instead? +3/+3 is just about to finish up, and there's quite a few ghosts now available here as well for the Terran player. It's 5 at this moment, but he can continuously produce more of those if he wants to. At the very least, you know, he's near maxing out, so I guess he's going to be halted very shortly. But if he wants to, he can continuously build up that ghost count. And the thing about ghosts, right, is that you can snipe both the Ultralisks as well as the Brute Lords. Special, though, continuously trying to snipe out whatever he can. Trying to target fire down the hatchery, did not quite get the kill right there. But really what he is forcing out of the Zerg player right now, by going for these small drops, is to force the Zerg to not get out of his base. Right? If the Zerg is not moving across the map, Special is allowed to take whatever base he wants. There's continuous drop shenanigans here, right? A Liberator moving across here and there. But really, Special is just simply securing more and more economy. And the thing is, he's trying to get more ahead while he's already ahead. Right? Rather than trying to put all of his eggs in one basket and go for like a lethal push that can potentially go wrong, he's just simply securing an economy that means that even if this push right here doesn't go well, he's still capable of just simply remaxing rather easily. And Special, I mean, he's in firm control of this game right now. Bly is forced to pull a rabbit out of a hat if he wants to obtain the victory in this game. Once again, right, we see a big engagement coming up at the same time. A drop in the bottom right-hand corner once again, picking up kill after kill after kill on those drones. These brutes were trying their very best to zone out. Wonderful Fungals, though, will indeed be able to get a lot of these Viking kills as well. I think that this is indeed going to be a little bit too much for Special to push into just yet, but he got himself another one of those base kills once more, and these drones in the bottom right-hand corner, as well as the base kill in the bottom right-hand corner, really add up. It's these small drops that Special is doing that just simply put him ahead of his opponent right here. Right? It's just these small drops that absolutely shred his opponent to bits, and now abusing the terrain of the high ground there as well, picking up the units before the Brutelings can even get any damage done whatsoever. Of course, the siege tanks would have actually killed the Marines and the Marauders there if the Brutelings would have connected. Extremely well done so far by Special. Now that's a little bit sloppy. Bunch of corrosive biles will indeed be able to pick up a few of those siege tanks as well, but it doesn't really matter at this point, because look at the amount of bases available now for Special. He's just simply mining from every corner of the map, and even if he loses 2 bases or even 3 bases at this point, his economy is still gonna be booming. And Special is not done, right? He's just simply maxing out on a bigger and stronger army once again. Having a lot of ghosts out right now will help out quite a bit here too. Ultralisks in the main base, they will be capable of cleaning up that little drop, but the little drop was mostly just a distraction, as Special is now once again moving through the northern end of the map. He's got almost infinite scans available, snipes immediately one of these Ultralisks. The second one is gotta be very careful, you do not want to have that one going down as well. The Vikings are quite literally being sacrificed right at this point in time to try and kill those Brute Lords. Here come the Ultras though, they're doing a good amount of damage so far. To simply trying to get the snipes is Special. He doesn't quite get the super great engagement off just yet, but he is still producing so many units all at once. And I mean, the ghosts are left over, they're gonna be able to pick up another one of those hatcheries, and Special, he decides to just snipe it just yet. Very cheeky play. He doesn't want those Brutelings to come out. Instead, he uses a single Marauder to deal the last bit of damage. But Special, I mean, he seemed to be in control of that match from the very start to the very finish. I mean, the moment where he sacrificed in 2 Hellions, those were just simply ran in there, right? That was like a moment of sheer brilliance. That's just super smart. I love that. Super smart play there by Special. They're simply realizing that, wait a second, there's only like 4 Zerglings defending against Hellions right now. My opponent scouted what's going on. I haven't seen a 3rd base just yet. Rather than wasting a scan, I'm going to sacrifice these 2 Hellions to try and see if I can figure out the tech that he's going up against. And then, not rushing out the missile turrets, just simply, you know, getting himself the engineering bay, prioritizing the upgrades, switching over the factory to produce 2 Widow Mines, right? Just to zone away those units and eventually get some missile turrets up as well. It was brilliant play right there by Special, just showing how good he is right now in StarCraft 2. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. If you want to see more though, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. Other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright, and I will see you in the next one.